rat telegraph, met with Loam's underlings.
Yeah, so we we got a telegraph from some very nice messengers. Headed towards the city, countered some elves. Had a very nice conversation with them. Uh, then we went up to the city and the ziggurat, and I believe we were just going into the basement. All in all, rather peaceful and uneventful time.
Especially considering our norm, yeah.
Yeah, everyone was nice and reasonable. We sort of just walked in there. No fuss, no muss, no big
Oh, a
burning
new rat
pile of
army.
dead bodies.
No.
Certainly not 5 hours of uh, huge sea life corpses littering the city, playing annoying music. Because that would be silly, and we're very serious.
Yeah, no
We don't know
exploding
how
whale
they got there.
carcasses here. All right, here we are. So, you guys descend into the ziggurat on this moving floor that Derp the Flump has led you to. You descend into the ziggurat. Very faintly, music plays from some indistinct source, obviously magical. As you come to a stop with a slight ding echoing through the shaft, as a pair of great stone doors stand before you with polished copper knockers.
There's copper tits on the door? That's fucking weird.
What? No, no. Like door knockers, not.
That's what you said.
God damn it.
Oh, GIF won't load.
Loaded for me.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Mister, is your last name the sound you make when you thumb your nose at somebody?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
He will neither confirm or deny.
Do you
I
bite
mean,
your thumb at me, good sir?
it's just better than you, you know? That's what his name is. It's Eldrin better than you. You know,
Ah,
You know
yes.
how elves are.
Eldrin, better than you.
Well, they definitely got the bitter part.
He definitely seems like a bitter person. Yeah, at this point, Derp chirps up. If you wish to see you must head through the doors.
Oh, they don't open on their own? No, sorry.
No, you have to open doors yourself. Why would they open for you?
Well, I don't know. You got this moving platform thing. We didn't have to move that.
That's because it's magic.
Are they running a budget for the door?
I don't know. I don't question the God King's design. I just work here.
All right. I open the door. Realize I can't actually move it because I have a strength of 6.
And then I open it.
All right, Faradil, you open the door,
Mm-hmm.
and inside you can see the ominous flickering of some blue flames coming off of torches in the wall, and a spooky fog rolling out from behind these doors and filling the area around your feet.
Ah, of course.
Echoing through the tunnels here are the sounds of mad chittering and the kind of screeching noises of tortured metal.
All right. Well, I really don't know what that means, so I just kind of go forward. Spooky fog and weird noises be damned.
Please close the door behind you.
I mean, I'm assuming the rest of the party's coming, so I'm not going to slam it in their face.
He means once you're all through.
I
But
was
I
just gonna
would
wait.
slam it. I would slam it in everyone's face, but I'm contractually obligated to avoid all physical labor.
And yet you walk yourself around.
Why'd you have to say that, Gilbert?
I mean, I'm riding my griffin.
Yeah, why do you think I have a Pegasus, Gilbert?
No.
But yeah, you step in. You can hear these noises kind of echoing through the 3 corridors nearby. One to your left, one to your right, and one dead ahead.
Well, if I designed this place, I would build whatever I need in the chamber to the left, not straight ahead. That makes no sense. We'll go straight ahead.
No, jokes on you. It's actually the secret chamber down below.
Actually, when the elevator doors close and it goes back up, there's a hidden door behind it. You have to reopen the doors and go
Mhm.
backwards.
Exactly. Or it's in the elevator shaft below the elevator. But either way. But yes, straight ahead.
There's a hatch in the floor. All of these other paths are red herrings.
No.
We go straight ahead.
Okay. You go straight ahead. And you go walking through this corridor, which opens up into a larger chamber. You can hear that sound of tortured metal more with much higher volume of chittering. And you can see kind of skulking through the fog, their heads barely cresting the surface of it as it kind of flows around them, are a series of giant rats with goggles carrying spears, glaives, and improvised weaponized farm equipment.
So this.
You,
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't realize we're done.
God, that's just the cutest little Skaven there ever was. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the goggles. The way he's holding the lamp. But yeah, you can see that they've got this rather frenzied look in their eyes as they kind of scan around the room and see you standing there.
I
Or they
just grab
start
my hand and be like, yo.
or they start chittering and charging at you, weapons raised. Roll a niche.
Oh.
Really? Already? Combat? What did you idiots do?
We
Walk into
walked
a
into
room.
the place we were told to walk into.
You know, a place we
Like
asked if we could walk into.
Yeah, same difference.
No, no. If you wanted me to tell you where to go, be like, all right, you guys take a right, a left, go through the doors, press the following bricks in this exact sequence. Secret door opens. Head through there. Drop down the fireman bat pole. End up in the exit route. Go through there. Clip through the wall by running backwards at it for a minute and then jumping. Which point you're now in the final boss room.
That would have been fun.
Fuck you. Oh wait, by the way, the code you have to do on the bricks is the Konami code.
So was the Konami code.
So it's the Konami code or the chess code.
All right, Sinclair, you can see these awakened giant rats running at you with spears clutched under their arms.
I just reach into my bag, open it. Hey, Scrax, need your help real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
What?
Holy shit, he speaks English now.
When did he learn common? That would have saved a lot of trouble.
That was new common.
Ah,
Squeaky little rat.
he pulled the rush hour.
It works.
He's just funny.
Well,
Wrong.
don't have a whole lot of time here. And Sinclair kind of just points at the rats charging towards us. Mind smoothing this over because we're just here to see Loam?
Oh, I can't. Those guys are crazy. You can tell by the mad glint in their eye.
Okay. How big is the floor? Or like how big is this chamber hallway area?
Oh, 40 feet by 80 feet.
How tall?
30-foot high ceiling. Vaulted.
All right.
4 chandeliers.
Down my griffin and go up, and I start shooting then.
You hear the rat in your bag go, wee!
Whoever's in the lead. Oops.
Yep, that definitely hits a rat.
Hmm.
I think you killed
All
it.
right, that kills a rat.
Yep. Just
Just
finding
face plants into the mess.
movement speed. Yeah, fly speed 80. Yeah, I'll just have the griffin go back as far as it can. Like just basically trying to get out of spear throwing range.
I gotcha.
So went 30 straight up, so I have 50 still for the griffin to
All
move.
right.
And
Very
that's
cool.
I will. How far away is the closest rat?
30 feet.
Nice. Run up, get angry, hit him in the face with the hammer.
Squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak.
Squeak smoosh.
Yeah, that's 2 hits.
One other dead rat.
The rat explodes.
Kaboom. That's the end of my turn.
Rat go explodey. Alrighty. Next up is Anya.
I will cast Vicious Mockery at whichever rat is biggest, or sticking out the most.
Okay.
That is a wisdom save.
Yeah, you cast on the rat with the halberd. Oh, right. There, they got this.
Aha. It takes 10 psychic damage and has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
That
And
seems particularly effective. As this insane looking rat with a halberd begins convulsing.
wonderful.
And
Then
swells in size.
ooh, that's probably less wonderful for whoever's next to it, but that's not a me problem. I'm gonna fly up by who was it, Sinclair? And that's gonna be my turn.
Alrighty. Next up is Dern.
Well, I move into melee with the closest rat and bonk. $17.
That hits.
For 10 point. Oh, I get to reroll that one. All right. 17 points of bludgeoning and radiant damage.
It really insisted that it was a 1.
It really
You rolled an
did.
89, and it's like 1. No, it's a 1.
Definitely one, guys. Pretty sure.
Is that rat still alive?
That rat is still alive.
I hit him again. For 9 points of bludgeoning and radiant. Still alive?
Not anymore.
All right. Is there another one in range?
Yes.
Bonk.
Oh God.
For 17 points of bludgeoning and radiant damage.
Bloodied.
Yep, that's it.
Alrighty. The rats. Alright, at the start of its turn, the rat that was hit that spell and begins swelling. Turns into a potted plant. You can see a ficus in a ceramic pot sitting in the fog.
And the last thing through its mind was, not again.
The other rats, though,
Oh, come on, nobody got that reference.
I got it.
are going to charge and try to hit Faradol because he's got the big glowy hammer.
Bring it on, rats. No hits. Actually, no, one hit. My apologies.
Nine points of piercing damage as one of the rats sticks you with a rather shitty looking improvised spear.
Ow. I think they nicked me a little.
that's their turn. Eldrin.
How many rats are there?
There are 7 rats remaining.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my sword, and I'm gonna pick 5 of them, starting with the most injured and moving that way. And then I'm gonna cut them all to pieces. I'm gonna cast Still Wind Strike.
Okay, you gonna roll?
I was
Okay.
finding my modifier.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh god, I'm serious. Like, all right, I'm ready to go. Calculate that damage. Where the fuck is his rose?
I mean, I only hit 2 times, I think, right? I don't think the 13, 14, or 11 yet.
Only the 11 misses.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, these are just like rats wearing colored vests.
Son of a bitch. That's a horrible strike.
As you bloody every single one that you hit.
Okay, which one is the bloodiest? Or are they all
Every
the
single
same?
one that you hit.
Okay, I want to land beside one. Probably one.
One of them is actually dead. The 13 hits that guy, and he's dead now. But
Okay.
3 of them are bloodied.
All right, well then I'll land beside one of the other bloody ones. Doesn't matter which one. We're probably one standing by the big guy, Faradol.
All right.
I will not go near the gnome, the high gnomer. Just personal distaste.
Of course, Sinclair.
Twang. Healthiest looking one.
All right. Dead.
Okay.
All right. Faradul.
I pick the closest rat to me to smush him like his brothers before him. Yeah, I think those all hit, or at least 2.
Yeah, they all hit.
Oh yeah.
As the last of the rats dies.
Aww. Disgusting creatures. I'm gonna wipe if there's any rat blood on my sword, I'm gonna wipe it on Faradul without him noticing. Or if he notices, I don't care.
I mean, I kind of knows, but I mean, like, it's kind of hard to complain when there's like other rat guts all over the rest of me. So
Yeah, I find a clean spot and clean my blade off. Press the digitate on myself and then put my sword away and walk off.
Faradol at the moment. Anyway, onwards, forward.
All right, one moment. All right. Well, I suppose that raises a question then. Do you want to head to the right or left of this chamber?
Left.
All right. You take a left, kind of stepping through the archway there. You can see inside of here looks to be, looks to have at one point been an alchemist lab. You can see broken alembics, glass vials, tubes, mortar and pestle, all the accoutrement of an alchemist. Supplies are scattered, and you can see that, well, fog appears to be pouring off of one of these beakers, producing this kind of cloud you've been walking through. And at this point, I need wisdom saving throws from all of you.
Are they in my aura?
Yes.
That's +5.
That's good. that doesn't matter.
Is this magic?
No.
Is it charm or frighten?
No. All right, yeah. You guys kind of fight off this funny feeling that was beginning to claw at the edges of your minds.
What do you mean, you guys?
Even fair duel with the 6.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
DC 4.
Faradul? Faradul, you feel like really tingly right now, man.
Oh, yeah. I pick up the beaker.
Uh-huh. And then you feel dizzy.
Can I
And
identify
then
what it was?
you fall prone.
Yay. Am I still conscious? Or am I just, out?
Oh.
Faradul,
Yes.
the world is rainbows. You are
Oh, yeah.
you are incapacitated.
Oh,
Can I figure
great.
out what
He
this
drugged
was
himself.
since I passed the save of it, or no?
What?
Can I make like an Arcana check to figure out what kind of spell this was that went over us?
It wasn't
give
a
me-
spell. It's probably
So
Or
it wouldn't be an
effect?
Arcana check. This would be a investigation check as you kind of look through the alchemist supplies.
All right, that's the same check.
is this something I can give a bardic inspiration for?
Sure.
What is that? A D8?
It's 2d12. Keep the higher one.
Holy Michael! I know. Oh.
Only a 39.
So you go perusing through what notes you can find and supplies. You think whatever was produced here is some kind of incredibly potent aerosolized narcotic.
An aerosolized narcotic.
Yeah, although for it to be producing on this scale would have required incredibly concentrated amounts of alchemical supply.
They're putting fentanyl in the air.
Oh my God, we are actually doing this. We're going to go stop a drug cartel. I mean, this is great.
Up.
We got to stop the fentanyl, man. We got to do it. We become ICE. Let's go. Let's find and deport all the illegals.
I'm just sitting here thinking, I wonder if we can collect it somehow, because it's obviously got to be worth some money on the right market.
I want to make sure that it's not being used by my people. Then let the
Oh no, the elves will love this shit.
Start the elvish opium wars.
elves will take control of this, and yeah, that's what. Oh yeah, I could take control of this, and we can control the lesser races with this. Become. I mean,
Good way to wind up in a ditch there, my friend.
I didn't say that out loud. That is never said out loud.
Bullshit.
He's just standing there in the corner muttering to himself, surrounded by clouds of fentanyl.
And Fairdule's taking a nap.
Oh, it's the best nap ever.
The nappity nap. The nap is all right.
Ferdul, I need another wisdom save from you.
Oh, goody.
Hey, barbarian's broken. What's the refund policy on these guys?
All right, Ferdul. Yeah. You're man, you're still feeling real silly.
Man, I'm having a great trip, guys.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. 17 is good. My apologies.
How long did this last?
Somehow I looked at what you've rolled and not your total. So about 10 minutes go by as the Ladrin's kind of Eldrin's digging through those notes. Faradol, you're kind of coming out of it now. Like you're still breathing in, you feel real tingly, but you do have your senses back. You are no longer incapacitated.
Well, I mean, I did grab the flask before I, killed over.
Indeed, he probably just had to take it out of your hands to examine it.
So can I figure out the
Guys.
what it made of? The ingredients to the thing.
Are you an alchemist?
I mean, no, but I'm should be smart enough to figure it out.
Do you want me to look at it?
I mean,
also an
assistance would
alchemist.
be helpful because
Eldrin, you did figure out what it is
that I could bring back to the Institute.
Without the skill in alchemy, you don't know what's in it.
Well,
so you should hand it to the two alchemists.
I'll have the alchemist look at it, of course.
I pull out the portable table and set up an alchemy station.
I can't feel my phase.
Well, the test went well, The first test went
were you just
very
gonna
well.
LL it?
I was just gonna magic lab it with animating performance. We can get an alchemy lab in a size huge object, right?
I mean, because we do have access to.
I have an alchemy lab in a size small object. Pulls out bag of holding. Hold on. Pulls out a table. Pulls an alchemy set. See?
I mean, y'all all forget we all work for or hired by the Institute.
No.
This floor feels really nice.
The floor is very nice.
He's acting like it's carpet, it's stone.
Yeah. I'm just rubbing my face on it.
Hey, Gilbert.
So soft.
Hey, don't.
Is alchemical fentanyl by chance a non-magical item?
What?
Is alchemical fentanyl by chance a non-magical item? Can I make this with whatchamacallit? Performance of creation.
I'm going to call it magical.
Damn. Well, there goes my idea of scamming city undergrounds with giant batches of magic fentanyl that last for 5 hours and then disappears.
Well, that means that you could also use it to just like Spetsnaz a room before we walk in there.
I start licking the floor. It tastes like raspberries.
I mean, it only worked on Faradol, and that's not really a high part of that. Don't tell him, though.
I can taste sound. I can hear colors. Something's wrong with my heart. But does it have a an addictive side effect to it? We need to find this out. You know. I'm saying we may start a pharmaceutical distribution center to cater to the mental well-being of others by giving them mental stimulation to stimulate their neural synapses and let them experience lucid dreaming. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah.
This is what you find out are inside of it.
Vaporized mercury.
4 liters of it.
4 liters of vaporized mercury.
That's only 3.9 gallon or
And
quarts.
lead.
2 grams.
And glowing magic rocks.
that are bright. Fine
So
powder.
it tastes sweet and it's radioactive. Got it.
Jelly. We got 0.5 liters of jellyfish neurotoxin.
Just half a liter of neurotoxin. Do you know how many jellyfish that would take?
I know, that's a lot.
Well, that's why you puree them.
Speaking of which, Faradol, since you're still down here in the fog, I need another wisdom save.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Oh, nice. Faradol,
Yes.
everything is red. Everything's bad and red, and you are surrounded by horrifying monsters.
Ah!
They're trying to get you, Faradol. They're going to eat your brains.
I start playing the eagle whistle and I fly out of the room.
Zoom!
Into the wall.
The whistle starts going, and Faradol just fucking flies straight off the ground and out of the room. The monsters are everywhere, Faradul.
Ah,
The monsters
run.
are everywhere. They're gonna get you. They're around the corners, man. They're
Ah,
coming up on you.
they're coming out of the walls, man. They're coming out of the goddamn walls. I start going in random directions.
Well, that does sort of get to this part. So you are current and also suffering from the effects of confusion.
Oh Lord,
What's the new part about that for Faradul?
y'all taking notes, right? Sinclair, you're taking notes, right, of his conditions. All this can be used when we're working on the purified version of this drug. All right, what are we doing?
Well, I'm having a bad trip.
Well, I know what you're doing. I mean, who else is here besides me?
Dern's with you.
It's not. Oh God. It's not like.
I think we let those two hash out their, well, Eldrin's differences. I think it'll be funny.
So, what are you guys doing?
I believe we were loading up the stuff, but I don't know what happened to Sinclair. I thought we loaded all the stuff up, or what are we doing? I don't know. I know that Faradul is tripping repeatedly, and it's funny, but what is the rest of us doing?
Do we even know what direction we're supposed to be going to meet with Loam?
I don't remember getting specific directions besides go through the door.
All right, so we're lost in somebody's castle.
Yep.
All right, I guess we're
We pick up Faradul and find new doors to go through.
Well, Faradul's flying through the castle on a bad
I mean,
trip.
we are
you're
faster.
flying for the castle, the main boss thing. You mean
Well, and
you're flying out of the
through
room
door.
we're in?
Yes, flying out and picking directions at random.
Well, I suppose we. I still want to make sure we picked up all the stuff and put it in containers and put it in the bag of holding.
Yes, we
Is
have
that what you're
looted the
doing?
drug lab.
Yes, I want to make sure we load up all the drug lab and put it in Sinclair's bag of holding, and before we chase after the psychotic almond farmer that's screaming like a banshee as he flies through the room. Something about monsters are coming. With him yelling like that, they definitely will be.
Faradol,
Yes.
you can't escape the monsters, but you see them. You see them, Faradol. Give me a wisdom save.
Well, that's why I'm flying around randomly, trying to get away from them.
Yep, give me a wisdom save. All right, all right. You come down from that. You are no longer confused
Yay.
or frightened. In fact, having kind of been out of the fog cloud for a little while, your head's sort of clearing.
Oh man, that was wild. Where the fuck am I?
Dude, where's my car?
You're currently stuck in a chandelier.
Alrighty then. Is it a nice chandelier?
Not really. It's
Oh,
functional.
well, I start trying to get out of the chandelier.
Yeah, you're able to squeeze out.
Then after getting back on, the ground, I look around and see, well, where am I now?
Well, you're in the same big room. You've been caught in the chandelier. It turns out this whole time.
Uh-huh.
Party's over there.
Oh,
As
hi guys.
amusing as that was, what happened?
I saw some shit. It was frightening.
Yeah. You made it pretty clear that there were monsters
I write
chasing
that
him.
down in my book on the effects that he hallucinated and went fear-inducing.
Why does my mouth taste like the floor?
Let's just say you licked things you shouldn't have. You don't know if it's true or not.
It looked like you were having fun, though.
Fair enough.
You know, you should try it again just to make sure you were having fun.
No, I think I'm good for the time being.
I mean, if we could figure out a way to separate it into different things, like causing the fear effect of gas, causing this effect,
Wait, are you guys done packing up everything that's not nailed down?
What? Yes.
All right. Let's go to the right then, and see if we can find where the hell we're supposed to go.
All right. You head through the right corridor. And from here, so you can see here at the center of this octagonal chamber is a permanent teleportation circle etched into the stone.
Neat.
I would like to
The
grab the coordinates for that.
all right. Akhed Laboratory Teleportation Circle. You can see that a door on the wall across from you is a closed portcullis, and that to your left there is a second room with some kind of pool in it.
Oh, let's check out the pool. I like pools. I walk over to the pool to check out the pool.
All right, you head over to the pool.
Is it a deep one?
Well, it does look to be about 20 feet wide and about 60 feet long. And you can see in it a large fish-like creature with 3 eyes and a vertical stretch across the top of its head and a mouth like a lamprey eel. It stares at you.
I stare back.
You hear a voice in your mind. You, hominid. What is your name?
Faradol. I just speak out loud.
Yes.
Who are you
And
talking
I
to?
need from you a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, because the rest of you don't hear this. You just hear him say
Aura.
Faradul as he looks at the pool.
You have
That's
the aura.
usually
Well,
good
okay,
thing,
doesn't matter.
right?
Wisdom saves my one weakness.
The DM's done gone quiet. That's not good. So, why are you talking to the water?
I'm sure it's fine. What has ever gone horribly wrong?
I mean, with this group, more times than not.
I don't know what you could possibly mean by that.
Um,
Mr. Gilbert.
Yeah,
Gilbert.
hold on.
Yeah, we're doing.
Okay.
I had to send him some shit.
To summon some shit? Oh, Lord. Fuck, he said I had to summon some shit. Hold on. He's chasing down stat blocks. That means he wasn't ready for us to summon the hell demon that you just summoned, Faradol.
Not quite.
Hell has devils. Demons come from the abyss.
Faradol turns around 180 and starts walking. Is it like down towards the Portcullis? Or is it a different way, Gilbert?
All right. You start walking towards the portcullis.
All right, yep. And try to open it.
All right. Give me a strength athletics check.
What's he doing?
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
I mean, the apathy of this party is insane. We have already genocide one race. Now we're gonna.
What do you mean? They just pulled a prank.
Yeah. You push that portcullis up into the ceiling until you hear a click.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I just go start walking down that particular route.
Faradol.
No, we better go with him.
All right. So you step into a chamber housing these they're less cells and more a series of bays,
Okay.
each one having a face, like an outward face made up of some kind of glass, and inside of which you can see a menagerie of different creatures.
Mm-hmm.
You see humanoid figures with squid heads, elves of various sorts. You can see a large fleshy sphere with eyes sticking off of it. What looks to be some kind of, well, bug crossed with like almost an ape in terms of its simian posture. All kinds of creatures occupy these various bays throughout the chamber.
I walk down through the chamber, looking each into the bays until looking for gold.
You do
What's
not
he looking
find
for?
You worry too much.
you don't find any gold as you go checking through each of these bays.
Is there a door on the other side of the room?
There are two passageways. One to your right. A large passage kind of going straight ahead on the right side of the room, and a narrow door on the left.
Okay, I have so many questions. We need to stop him because there's too much going on right now, people.
I
He's
choose
exploring.
the left.
All right, you take to the left. You find yourself an extension of this. More of these fantastical creatures, including some merfolk, dwarves, and look to be an assortment of strange planar creatures fill these bays.
All right, I keep going until I see some gold, or if not, I keep going till I find a passageway forward or onward. Anyway.
All right. You just keep walking and walking,
Mm-hmm.
well, going from room to room of these various bays. Until you reach a large iron door with what looks to be a almost like a ship's wheel
Mhm.
mounted in its face.
So is like the wheel like a lock, or is it just like a big handle?
Can we
Like a big handle.
not?
Like a
Can we
big turning
not?
handle.
What was that? I couldn't hear fully.
Yeah, like a almost like a ship's bulkhead kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. So I spin it around till it unlocks and then open the door.
All right, yeah. Yeah, you open the door and step in. Inside of here, you can see a rather large office. Nice, rather colossally sized mahogany desk, sturdy looking stone furniture, and sitting at that desk, looks like writing on a set of scrolls, is a large metal humanoid with its face taking the form of a rather grim iron skull, kind of glowing yellow light shining out from its eyes as it looks up at you.
Oh god.
Who are you?
And then I go, aha! I have found you. Prepare to die. And then I rage.
The fuck?
All right, roll an ish.
But then hold on. There's a good.
No one's a tad bit concerned?
Sure. But I'm sure it'll work out.
Oh god. Oh god, a party with no intelligence is hurting my soul. Oh god. Oh god. The level of apathy.
Hold on. Guys, roll for initiative while I double check something.
Oh god. So if this is the caretaker, we already know he's horrifying because we done passed all kinds of creatures that he has trapped in cages.
I mean, he could have
Right,
trapped
so-
him using the fentanyl.
All right. So just
Yeah,
as
it is worth noting that the creatures in there were not moving or animated. They were stuck perfectly still.
Either dead or petrified.
all right. So as soon as Feridul rages, he turns around, and looks at the party like, "Why am I here?"
I don't know. I
Oh,
was following
good.
you.
Saves me the trouble of dispelling whatever magic had happened. Don't know. I was following you because I figured something would happen. We'd either find something evil or we'd find something to talk to.
What happened by the water? Now we have a guy fighting us. We can't talk though. We're in combat.
Yeah, give me a second there. Where the fuck did I put him? Okay, here we are. All right, if you could put that in sequence. All right, Anya. Faradul has shouted some shit. Your move. The modified iron golem is currently sitting up from his desk.
I'm just gonna put a hand on Faradul's shoulder and like point towards the back of the party, like a sort of sit back for a second thing, and just turn to the iron golem. We got lost and we were following our barbarian after some magic or something happened on him, just to see where it led. Figured it would be someone who knows the place better or someone who wants to kill us. And he led us to you. To answer your question, my name is Anya. And I'm just going to try and de-escalate the situation at least a little bit.
There'll be a moment. A group of clowns are assaulting the room.
Oh, good. I stuffed synaptic staff. I can use my words.
English.
Little bit of friendly fire there.
No, I ricocheted a feeble mind earlier today. Probably doesn't help that the only thing I've had to
Hold
eat
on,
today
I'm being called away. One moment.
Oh, it doesn't help that the only thing I've had to eat today is a bagel and an energy drink and a quarter pot of coffee.
Why didn't she eat more?
Because that would dilute the caffeine in my bloodstream, and with this much caffeine, I can be stupid at the speed of fast.
I mean, okay, that's certainly fair.
I swear to God, it's like a 3-ring fucking circus. What were you saying, Sleuth?
Basically saying we were following our barbarian after some magic happened because it would probably lead us to someone who wanted to kill us or someone who knew the place better than us. And it led us to the Skein, and I'm just trying to de-escalate the situation.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion, you say? What is that? Oh, what do I have for that? Not. What's a 17 get me?
The 17 gets you the golem switching his gaze to you. Where did the magic occur?
I'm not entirely sure, but I get the feeling it happened by a pool of ways back. I'll just gesture in the direction we came from. It's when he started acting weird, at least.
Subject 12. 1 moment. As the golem reaches over to a wall covered in levers and dials and pulls a lever, turns a dial. That should do.
So what's going on? Are we in combat?
May
Faradul.
I am well. Do I have memories of what happened?
Yes.
Fucking fish did some magic bullshit on me. I'm angry about it. That's it. I'm gonna stay in rage,
All right.
just in case.
Should I roll initiative?
It's not necessary. Not while he's angry. I can cure it.
Oh, good. And then I'll, I mean, can you do it now? Cause it,
Yes.
and I drop out of rage.
Just random question. How much health do you have?
A good bit. Do you want a specific number or?
Hold still. As the golem begins punching you in the face repeatedly.
Percussive maintenance.
He really should have done that while I was enraged.
More effective this way.
Does a 26 hit you?
Yeah.
All right. That's 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Do it again.
All right, you take 25 points of damage.
Yay!
As he punches you in the face again. And you can feel the psychic link to that creature dissipate.
Man, I just hold my face going, fuck you. You have one hell of a right hook.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm sure that's persuasive. I'm telling the truth, my face hurts.
Roll deception.
He goes to punch you in the face again. Did you try to resist him punching you in the face again?
Yeah, I like dodge and duck. Like, no, hold up, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, he's going to make the punch attempt.
God damn it.
Disadvantage because you're dodging.
That still hits.
As you take another 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow! Oh, God, stop! I no longer want to obey the face.
Should be fixed now.
Oh, thank you for fixing him. We seem to be a bit turned around. We came down here seeking an audience with Fulom. Do you happen to know which way that would be?
Loam. Loam. Loam is located in the inner laboratory. You are not authorized.
Holding the side of my face that he almost caved in, it feels. I'm like, no, I was summoned by him, by the rat postal service, and the guards upstairs let us in. We're cleared.
Containment in effect. No admittance during lockdown.
And with a summons?
Yeah, I think the other guys ate the summons, if I remember correctly, but I don't remember much at the moment except for the fist.
Mm.
I'm quite sure that's what happened, right, Gilbert?
What, if the flesh golems ate your summons? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is there like a waiting room where we can wait for the lockdown to end?
There is no waiting room. Lockdown in effect.
Can we wait outside the where the containment is?
No. You are currently in a lockdown area. No exit until lockdown is complete.
Oh, all right, well then we'll just move around a little bit and get out of your hair then.
Avoid disturbing the laboratories.
Understood, Chief. And then I just start going back the way I came out, out of here and Mr. Punchalot. Unless anybody has any, further questions or, stuff for Mr. Roboto over there.
I'm good.
All right, cool.
Oh.
So we'll just leave and shut the door behind us.
So,
Well, somebody else can decide, if they want to explore around. The psychic fish, I'll pass on doing that one again.
um, who wants to take bets on how long this lockdown's gonna be? If it's about that whole siege thing going on upstairs, which I definitely wasn't involved with, that might be a while.
Yeah, I mean, we can just keep looking around. Just I'm gonna let somebody else go first this time.
Well, we do have a few people that can be our point man. You being one of them. Fayette, Dern, who wants to take the lead?
I can lead. Where are we going?
Anywhere you wish. Just not back to the pool.
All right, let's go this way. And I pick a direction at random.
Okay, you step into a large chamber just outside of this room.
I wanted to talk to the robot.
Why didn't you say anything?
Sorry. I had somebody at the door. I stepped
Oh.
away for a second.
It's all good. But yeah, we can wait for you to talk to the robot if you want.
Yeah, you want to talk to the robot? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he has a catalog. I wanted to know if his catalog of creatures he has here. We have walked past a lot of rare monsters. I want to know if he's cataloged them. Does he have a? Yeah, does he have it written down what all he has here?
A manifest.
And if he, yeah, a manifest, an end of inventory, yes. And if he does, I would love to look at it and to know what this place was for that matter too.
We have an inventory of all Arked's subjects.
Are we allowed to look
Test
on that?
subjects.
Test subjects. Ah, for what? Different chemicals? Different drugs?
The
different
great
experiments?
work.
What is the great work?
You are not authorized.
That's true.
All subjects are cataloged.
Are we allowed to look at your catalogs? Say we wanted to conduct our own experiments. Would we be allowed to use your subjects for our experiments if we worked out some sort of arrangement with your boss?
All testing requires the approval of Aked
Great. You just point him out to us.
Aked can be found in the primary laboratory.
Which way is that?
That way, as it points through the wall.
Do you have a map of this place?
No.
You have been a great help. We will be back after we have spoken with Lord Aked All right. I guess we can go now. He ain't gonna.
All right. You head back. Let's see. Hunter was heading there. So that corridor would take you to a chamber. Stretches around a corner down around a 30-foot hall. 60-foot hallway. There we go. And you can see that there is a pair of wooden doors painted in bright red, which look to have been smashed apart. Inside, you can see staggering around a group of 3 of the armored flesh golems that you've seen outside the ziggurat. They are currently standing over what look to be the destroyed bodies of rat men and flumphs.
Where did we go for this?
You went down a hallway. Just off the room with all the cells.
Hmm.
Okay, seriously, guys, what are you doing?
So I'm sorry, I was just... What was in the room again?
So, you went down a corridor. You could see a set of wooden doors painted bright red, which have been smashed apart, leading into a laboratory. You can see inside are slaughtered rat men and flumphs, and 3 of those armored flesh golems kind of staggering around the room aimlessly.
I walk up to the flums. Hey guys, what's up?
Okay. They lay there on the ground, dead.
The golems are the ones still alive. The rats and the flumps are dead.
Look like they've been dead long.
Give me a medicine check.
Medicine. Well,
They look like they've been dead. Well, a couple months. Additionally, oh yeah, no. Continue.
if we need to start getting these flumps up, I can get 2 up a day. I could start today if you want.
Not sure we need to bother with that.
The golems snap to attention and turn to face you guys, readying their blades.
Ah, crap.
Roll an ish.
Could someone roll a d20 plus 3 for me, please?
Hey, Ruffles, you here?
Ruffles.
Mr. Sinclair. Ruffles message. Did you dead?
All right,
Yeah.
Faradul.
Well, I get angry again, and I charge the nearest flesh golem. And how far away are
10 feet.
they? Oh, okay.
Well, 10,
Are we in
30,
combat again?
and
Yeah, we're in combat
15
again.
feet.
All right, so I take the closest one at 10, and then I'll just hit him.
Yes, Mr. We are in combat.
Not my fault this time, though. Two hits? Question mark.
2 hits.
With a nice, tasty damage rolls.
Alrighty, so you hit this golem with the hammer. The bludgeoning looks to be effective. But the blows don't appear as damaging as you would hope. The lightning seeming to energize the golem and heal its wounds.
Well, that's mildly annoying. But noted.
Yeah. Yeah, so it took 7 off of that roll. And yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
All right. DM3. This one's going to run up, drawing its warhammer, and is going to swing that at your head, Faradul.
Alright. Well, that's 2 ouchies.
All right. 24, 28, and 22.
Two ouchies.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 ouch. Ignore that middle roll then.
All right.
2 ouchies, rolling 24 and 22 points of magical bludgeoning damage, and I need this would be a dexterity saving throw from you,
All right.
and a we'll go with a con save.
Okay. First up, Dex.
Yeah, you maintain hold of your weapon as it tries to disarm you.
And then con.
As it hits you over the head, you are now stunned.
Well, drat.
Eldarin.
And Gilbert, what were those other D10s in that roll?
Also bludgeoning, just separate source.
Okay.
Eldarin.
Mister.
So the thunder healed them.
The lightning healed them.
The lightning healed them.
I am also bloodied, just FYI.
Well, I can't do nothing about that. Let's see. What do I want to do? Give me. How many of them are there?
3.
3. Okay. Give me 3 constitutions. Charisma saves.
What is this?
Banishment.
Ah.
Bye.
Indeed, as each one of them blinks out.
Oh,
All right, we got a minute.
That was hilariously effective.
Yeah, you guys got a minute. What are you doing?
Well, I'm stunned until I'm not stunned.
Yeah, it's the start of your next turn. Or at start of its next turn.
Does that
So
count?
after-
Does that count if it's Spanished?
Yeah, it still gets a turn.
Yes.
It's just incapacitated.
Okay. It'd just be funny if it's Spanish, so
Well,
it's
that's my
next turn it
turn,
comes back.
Gilbert. That's my turn.
Yeah, but we're functionally out of initiative for like a minute, so
Well, I'm going to start downing some cure wounds here, so in a moment.
what's everyone else doing?
Oh, well, if they're only going to be gone for a minute, I'll probably just get in position to start whacking stuff with my stick when they come back. Just holding an action to hit it when it comes in.
I swear I had more healing potions on me, but that is all right.
On the last 2 actions, I'll get big, get resistant, and prepare to hit them when they come back.
I'll take out my old armor and use animating performance on it to get my other class feature thing. Oh, and it can be up to size large now.
Also, I'm using my ice rune to just negate the next bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage against me.
Okay. Yeah, stand around for a minute.
I'll give Thea and Fairduel and Dern Bardic Inspirations and Sinclair while I'm at it.
And that's the 2d12 keep highest 1 1.
Depends on what you use it for.
Attack rolls.
That adds damage to any creatures within 5 feet of your target.
So wait.
Right away.
So what's the roll if I do it for attack rolls?
Still a D12.
Okay, d12. All right, cool. And then yeah, I think I mean I healed a little bit. And everybody else. I mean, is anybody else doing anything?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll just stay angry for the rest of the minute.
All right. So that means I mean, it would end on Eldrin's turn, so are you guys going that whole minute or are you ending it early?
Well, it's up to the party if y'all are ready.
I'm ready.
I mean, if we get to pick, then I would say, end it one round early at, the very start of Faye's turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
And I believe all of our reactions go off.
That is correct. Everyone, roll your reaction attack rolls.
Due to contractual obligations of avoiding physical labor, mine's going to be Vicious Mockery. So a wisdom save on whichever one's getting beat up the least.
Can we end it at the end of the turn before mine? Is that when mine comes and I get a new reaction? Is it the start of my turn?
Well, a bit late for changing that now.
All right. So hit extra super definitely hit.
Well, it was. I used the Bardic on it.
All right. Roll your damage.
Are these undead or fiends?
No.
27 points of bludgeoning and radiant.
Are these humanoids, beasts, or creatures, or plants?
No.
Under,
flesh
since you
golems.
use the Bardic on your attack roll, it also takes 11 thunder.
Oh.
Well, targets your choice within 5 feet on a con save.
We really don't want to add the thunder though.
Well, no, it's lightning.
Yeah, I
that
guess you
heals
can
it.
just.
Oh, that's right, different.
Yeah. So, if they all of them are together within 5 feet, they all have to make that con save.
They are not all together.
Okay, how many of them are within 5 feet of that guy I hit?
None.
Yeah.
Well, then just the guy that I hit needs to make the con save.
When he does pass.
Okay, so they don't take the thunder damage. They just get the 27 bludgeoning and radiant.
Alrighty.
And then I need a whiz save from whichever one's least beat up or farthest. For Vicious Mockery.
KH one, it should be, but 2 and 2 either way, it's still 2.
Takes 9 psychic damage. First attack rolls at disadvantage.
All right.
That's it for me.
All right, Faye, your turn. I'm sorry, Faradul, your turn.
Oh,
No, we did at the start of phase
What?
turn.
Oh, we did at the start of Faye?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at the front of Inish and thinking Faradul's Faya. Faya.
All right. How big are they?
Medium.
All right. Well, I'm currently big, and so I grab one of them. And then whack it. Does the 18 hit?
An 18 hits.
I will add a trip attack. And I'll also give the fire run a try. So it falls over, and now it needs to save versus restrained. And it is prone on the ground and restrained. Is it
Okay.
bloodied?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, it is.
Then I'll use Action Surge to finish him.
I think those hit.
What? No. Nat 20s? Those are known for missing all the time.
Roll the 2. So another 50.
That kills
Is
it.
he dead? Alright. That's it.
Right, Dern.
All right, was that the one that I was fighting that he just killed?
Yes.
All right, I guess I move up to the second one. And whackety whack whack whack. Oof.
One hit.
$22 points of bludgeoning and radiant damage to it.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope, that's everything.
Faradul.
I also move up to Dern's target and I start whacking it with the hammer. Oh, I do believe that's 3 hits.
Yep. As your blows against it as it heals from that lightning damage.
Yeah, but it still does more damage than it heals, so I'll take it.
Yeah, getting that chip damage in.
That's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. DM3's dead. Eldrin.
How many of them are left?
2.
2. All right, let's hit him with something. Draw my blade, and I cast. You know what? I'm gonna let the Faya handle this. I'm going to cast haste on Faya. And then that's it. Get out of and move out of the way so they won't hit me.
Okay. DM1 goes to hit Dern.
One hit.
Uh, 25 points of magical bludgeoning.
Ow.
That's it. Anya.
How many of our people are in melee with the one that's in melee with Dern right now?
Just 2, I do believe, or 3.
Yeah, good enough. Dissonant Whispers. Wisdom save. He takes 12 psychic damage and has to use his reaction to move away from me.
Alright, this provokes an attack opportunity from Dern.
Not
And
Faradol, too?
Sorry, and Faradul. Sorry, I'm a bit on the tired side still.
No, missed.
Didn't miss.
Faradol didn't.
Double that damage.
Actually, it's more like triple the damage because of ferocious criticals or whatever the hell that is.
Well, hopefully your weapon dice are higher than your lightning dice.
Yeah. I gotta make sure I'm doing this correctly.
All those numbers in front of D, triple them.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because it's actually just 2 additional dice at 13, and so double and 2.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, that's a good solid hit, bloodying it. Despite the lightning absorption.
Yep.
Alright. DM2. Runs up to hit Faya. No hits.
Nope.
Faya.
All right. I reach out to grab him. And he even not get grabbed. And I forgot that I got advantage. It's a disadvantage because I'm bigger.
He cannot fly enough.
Whack whack. Reroll 2. Wow. Just bad luck. Well, I think I'll end it there with 22 damage.
Alrighty. Dern.
Well, that one moved away from me, so I guess I'll move back up to him and whackety whack whack whack. Mm-hmm. 3 hits, I'm guessing?
Correct. 3 hits.
Alright, for a total of 73 points of bludgeoning and radiant damage.
Well, that one dies. Faradul. Sorry, anything else, Dern?
Nope, that was it.
Alright, Faradul.
The last one. He must die. Oh, yes. Two hits or still 3?
That's 2 hits.
Alright, so normal 1 first. Oh, an even better roll.
Killing that one.
Ah, Nice.
All 3 of them are dead, and you're out of initiative. I'm going to take a moment here. I have to use the restroom.
Roger.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right. How's everyone doing?
Good. I loot the laboratory.
All right. Out of curiosity, is it just me being tired that I'm thinking this, or is everyone a bit tired tonight?
Oh, I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Okay.
kind of meh.
Just a bit.
I'm tired, but I'm always tired.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always tired.
Okay. I was going to say, I feel like we're usually a bit more lively than this tonight. I just got that burnout. All right.
Just a case of the Mondays.
All right. All right. So, Dern, you said you're gonna loot the laboratory.
Absolutely. With this security this tight, they gotta have some awesome cobbler stashed down here.
I think I will join you in that.
So,
We have found a common cause.
give me an investigation check as you go
Not
looting
looking for
this
cobbler.
laboratory.
I'm not looking for cobbler.
I am, in fact, looking for cobbler. I think I found his cobbler stash. Like, Elder might be looking for, like, magic and, like, valuable stuff. Dern, he's got eyes and a nose for exactly one type of treasure here.
So you're poking through the lab, and you find quite a bit in the way of alchemy supplies and potions. There's actually a lot of magic potions in here. But you eventually go digging into an ice box, kind of in a small alcove off to the side. You know it's an ice box because it's cold, and you popped it open and there was ice. Inside, you see wrapped up in nice kind of paper packaging several cobblers. On them
Hell yeah.
is a tag which reads, "If you touch my cobblers again, I'll kick your rat ass."
Oh, they're Dern's cobblers now. Oh, the alchemy shit? Hey, Eldred, here, potions and alchemy shit, but I'm keeping these cobblers.
Additionally, next, as you're kind of scoping through some of these cubbies, you do find several red conical hats and well put together shoes, just empty and sitting here in this alcove.
Mm-hmm. More gnomes in on the prank. But unfortunately for them, it seems they forgot their cobbler. And it's now Dern's cobbler. Ha ha ha.
They forgot their cobbler. What if they left the cobbler for you?
Good point. Good point. They could be leaving cobbler like breadcrumbs to lead me to Vendor Scappeldunk. This bears further investigation.
More taste testing.
Well, hold on. If they are, Then they're ruining the prank. That would make them a heretic.
But for any normal
What are you
person in the
on
party.
Wait. There's normal people in this party?
Yeah.
Where?
People that aren't Dern.
Oh.
Look, I'm far enough out there that like Gilbert has to zoom that map out so far that everybody else looks like they get slurped into normal.
It's a perspective issue. Yeah. But yeah, the rest of you can clearly see that it looks like there's a fair amount of gnomish clothing in this locker space at the side of the alchemy room. But no gnomes, just rats.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to the gnomes.
It's a really good
The economy's
prank.
in shamble.
But yeah. Okay. So this is I didn't fucking like make a convenient list for this because I got a little fucking tired. So give me a second while I tap up all the potions you find.
Sure.
Potions of instant cobbler.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. That right there. Now that is worth conquering a city over.
Mm.
So you guys do find 50 health potions, or I should say potions of healing. If one of you guys can type this up, it'll be faster than me doing it.
Uh-huh.
50 potions of healing, 4 potions of diminution, 6 potions of heroism, 3 potions of supreme healing, 6 elixirs of health, 'That is what you find. You guys can split that up however the hell you want.
Alright, I think I'm going to help myself to 10 of the potions of healing and 3 of the potions of supreme healing. If nobody objects.
Why doesn't everybody type out what they want, and we'll see if there's any actual conflict we need to sort out.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's also 2 potions of speed.
I mean, I say we.
And before it's not actually a potion, it's just speed. Gilbert's giving us all the drugs today.
It's Pervidin. Because meth.
Alright, so yeah, everyone just type out what they want. Don't worry about what people have posted before. We'll figure out if there's any conflicts, and we'll just sort them out then. Don't everyone type at once. Ruffles, Sleuth, what do you guys want?
I don't think Ruffles is here.
I don't need potions. I'm never going to remember to use them anyways.
No one remembers their damn potions.
Well, then in that case, I'll just grab an additional potion of speed. And a couple of elixirs of health.
I mean, I could just grab the rest of the healing potions.
Well, Eldrin did grab 20 of them, so you'd be in the
Oh, right.
with a total of 40. Or with sorry, total of 30.
30, yes. 30. My apologies.
I'll take a second heroism.
Okay. All right, and then I can just throw the rest to my pack, which
That
just for
works.
reference is this. And then we can move on.
Well, first I'm going to down 10 healing potions. I'm still recovering from being beaten in the face.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, that's a lot better. All right, now we can move on.
All right. So what else is in this lab?
Well, if you look at those you've listed those potions. You've acquired the cobblers. You do find a series of notes. Kind of scrolled on some paper. A few of them are a bit blood stained and laying near dead rat men, for example, and dead flumps. But most of it is legible. They look to be depicting the construction of a golem. A few different types. You can see the designs for clay, flesh, stone and iron golems all in here, along with a few more esoteric golem varieties. Those ones being a bit more badly damaged by the blood.
I want those notes.
Well, have at them. Dern certainly can't use them.
How involved is the process of making columns, according to these notes?
These are fairly involved processes.
Note to self, get my simulacrum on these immediately.
You also know that, like, without, like, this is not a complete guide for how to make a golem per se. Like, it lacks the magical information. This is the, like, mundane guide.
Yeah, but it's still something to get started on.
Mm-hmm. Give me an Arcana check as you're going through here.
I can give advantage.
The Arcana is... And advantage... 30.
All right. So as you're sifting through here, you do notice that in the labeling for, like, where to acquire some of the supplies in the laboratories and whatnot, there are two interesting references. So one of them, where typically a flesh golem would be produced out of, like, dead bodies, this specifically refers to acquiring the flesh needed for flesh golems from the culture room, like a growth culture.
Icky.
And all of these golems bear reference to a chamber referred to as the Ascension Chamber. This being listed among the final, this being the final step.
Hmm. Okay. And without the notes explaining further, I assume it's just best guess is something like giving the golems the words, the golems sentience.
Yes, this would be along the lines of best guess, given that this is more of an instructional guide for, the workflow process. But yeah, that is all there is in the room.
Any other ways out?
Yes, there is a corridor on the north side of the room.
Well, let's go.
Sure. Lead on.
All right. You head through this door, which leads you. It leads into a corridor. You can see that there are 3 sets of doors along the wall, 2 on your left, 1 on your right, and the far end of the room is a closed iron door.
Which door is closed?
Each first door on your left.
Sorry, continue.
First door on the left.
Yeah, but I cut you off because I thought you were done with your description. My bad.
Oh, I was.
Okay. First door on the left, then.
All right, you head into the first door on the left. So, inside of this chamber, it's actually a rather large room. You can see, look to be several of these large, kind of domed glass tubes, which have since become, which are currently quite murky. You can see flickering actinic light kind of crackling through them and illuminating parts of this chamber. At the far end of which, you can see a pile of crates and a looks like a wheeled gurney, which has a lump of, well, frankly, a person. Additionally,
for loam, not lump.
Additionally, you do hear like the sounds of whispered, like a jittery whispering voice in the back of the room.
I walk over so I can see who's talking.
You walk over. You can see that there is a dead flump on the ground and a fur is falling out. You can see teeth on the ground. He practically looks like he's rotting away where he stands as he kind of muttering to himself and dead flump.
You cut off there. Say again.
Where did I cut off?
Something like there was something there molting, and then you just cut off.
Oh, so the rat man, like his fur is coming off in clumps. His like teeth, you can see several teeth have fallen out and are currently on the floor near him. He's, he looks like he's rotting away where he stands, and you can see he's sitting there kind of poking at the flump, muttering to himself.
I just kind of like go, "Hi, what's up?"
Huh? Gnome.
That's right.
Gnome. Haven't seen a gnome. Where did you all go?
Vendor Scappeldunk.
What? You must fix the Great Crucible. You made it. You gotta fix it, gnome.
Okay. Where is it?
Where is it? Where is it? You know where it is, gnome. You lot built it.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is. That was a different gnome.
Some of the other gnomes pulled a prank on him. You know how they get.
Ratman kind of looks at the rest of you, starting to kind of realize that you're there. You're not from the labs.
I'm not, no.
Water.
That's all
sure.
you need? Sure.
I have a water skin. I just hand over to him.
Yeah, he downs the whole thing. water. After a few moments, he starts heaving as he expels all the water he just drank. You can see it's mixed with a fair amount of blood. Oh, that's not good.
Are you
I could
dying?
magically heal you if you need it.
Yes. Don't want to die like this.
Okay. I poke him and use 5 points of lay in hands to heal any disease he might have. And then I also dump 5 more hit points, to keep him from dying.
Okay, so you put 5 hit points into cure disease and poison.
Yeah.
And then the next 5 into heal?
Yeah.
Okay. Order of operations was important there. Yeah. So you lay on hands the first time, holy healing light. And then with the second one, you can see his flesh begin to re-knit. Kind of begins to heal, just almost generally. Thank you, gnome. What is your name?
I'm Dern. What's yours?
I am Thack.
Well met, Thack. My party and I seem to have kind of walked into the middle of something here. I just kind of wave my hand about generally. What's going on?
We don't know. We were going about the master's work, his great work, when the gnomes, our workforce, Flumph, Gnome, and Ratmen, and then the gnomes, they just were gone. Where they stood, the projects came apart. Their great crucible that they made for the God King, for Aked, for Loam, it stopped working right. And we just began dying. Teeth falling out, eyes bleeding.
Ew.
Most of the workforce has died. Other failures followed with the gnomes no longer present. Loam and those left are still trying to get the crucible working. If it fails, I don't even know what'll happen if it fails, but I know we won't be alive. Although I imagine Loam will live.
Well, that sounds bad. We should probably try to stop that. Do
I
you know the
agree.
way to the crucible?
I do. This help me move. I'm still very tired.
Of
I'll
course.
pick him up.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We must go down the hall. Where we are currently in the culture sample room. We must go down the corridor, past past the next 2 rooms. They're all used for making more of Hawkhead's golems. From there, we'll go through the large metal door and down the stairs to a small room. You should take precautions for the crucible. It will kill us if we're near it too long.
Is it
Fair
a
enough.
disease or poison?
Both. Neither. I don't understand it.
Well, I hand him two lesser healing potions, and be like, "Here, have some of these." And then
Okay. He
start.
downs that stuff.
Yeah, and then I kind of strap him onto my back like Luke does with Yoda. I was like, "All right." Should be good for now.
Excellent. Excellent.
I don't suppose you happen to know anything about how the what did you call it? How the thing works?
The crucible. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not super familiar, but it's like a massive cauldron of gnomish alchemical fluids, magical resources that I'm not too familiar with. It's a marvel unto itself of alchemy and magic and material philosophy.
Do you happen to know if any of the gnomes had journals or notes that we could use to, reference when we're fixing this?
There, there might be. Let me think. Before they disappeared, one of them, what was his name? Theobop? Theobop. He was working in the transmutation chambers. We haven't been able to get back in there. But the too many chimera. But he worked with the crucible. If he had a journal, it would have been on him. Or at least near him.
Well, it's better than us tinkering with it completely blindly.
Oh, we're not completely blind. I
Um,
mean, Eldrin's an expert alchemist, right?
Eldrin doesn't know anything about alchemy.
I don't know. I'm not an alchemist. No, I don't know anything about potions. I know
Sinclair and I
everything
are
about
the
spells.
alchemists.
I mean, I could probably figure it out, but I mean, I have a high investigation and shit. At high intelligence, I could probably figure it out, but
I'm the alchemist of the party, and I think Sinclair also is. At least he's dabbled in alchemy.
he has all the tools.
So I really guess it's your call. Do you think we need the notes, or do we just go to the Crucible and fix it?
I think we need the notes. I'm gonna take them anyway.
This is apparently a very complicated thing if nobody but the gnomes who have worked on it have been able to figure it out. I think we should at least get the notes.
Yes.
It's not like a couple chimeras can really do too much to us, given our track record so far.
Alrighty then, let's go. Which way to the transmutation labs, Thack?
Yeah. We have to head back past the holding rooms.
Okay, shouldn't be a problem. We start walking the way he indicates.
All right. Yeah, he takes you back towards the holding rooms and near that pool. Now, we go past this pool. Head into the room there. On your left. Big chamber. Closed adamantine door. Yeah, adamantine plated anyway.
Okay, I follow his directions, leading the party to this door.
Well, stay out here, though. It's too dangerous. If, big man, set me down, please.
Oh, okay. I set him down.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Grab that lever, pull it. It'll open the door. When you head in, I'll close it behind you. Can't risk the chimeras escaping. We have enough problems without them roaming about.
Do you know much about the chimeras? Are they designed to be weapons, or are they just experiments that happen by chance?
Weapons and experiment. They use them as a way of testing up and comers. You know, adventuring types. If they begin to catch the eye of the God King, we would uh, concoct a few, release them away from civilization, and send the adventurers on a quest. Not to get them killed, but test them. Build character, Huckhead said.
All right. Well, there's otherwise nothing special about them. Not like immune to weapons or anything. Stabbing them still hurts.
Yeah, that should still work. Although they are quite diverse in armament.
Mm. There's so many notes here I'd want to look at.
Yeah, that should be fine.
I'm sure we'll be able to deal with it, no problem.
All right, Thack, open the door, and we'll take care of it.
All right. He tries to pull the lever, but you can see he is, in fact, very weak still.
I'll give him a little help.
Thank you.
Of course.
As there's a clunk of turning gears, and the doors open in front of you.
Let's head on in.
Yep.
You guys head on in as Thack pulls the lever with all of his body weight. Takes a couple extra jerks to get it going.
I'll leave my griffin behind to help him with the lever.
All right.
Truly
As the
an act
door,
of selflessness.
as the door
I'm gonna
shuts
piggyback.
behind you.
I'm gonna piggyback on Sinclair's griffin.
Oh, I was about to say you're gonna walk. Wow.
Oh, what am I? Some kind of peasant?
Bet you might be. All right. You guys head in. Well, the chamber you've entered is about 120 feet by 120 feet, illuminated by a series of burning braziers mounted on each pillar. The room is quite well illuminated.
Very nice.
And you can see, as you've now entered the chamber, kind of lurking around these pillars, variety of chimeric creatures. Some moving like large predatory felines with various additional limbs, be they flail like tendrils, wings, porcupine quilled covered bodies, all sorts. You can see even some that have less subtly mixed kind of body parts, containing just flat out fusions of several creatures, such as dragons and rams and lions. They could begin to kind of form a half circle around the chamber as they see you have entered the room.
How many did you say there were?
There are 8.
So, real quick, Gilbert, how long did it take us to walk to that door, time-wise?
15 minutes.
Okay. Ring of Regeneration every 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
And so but they look like animals, right? They don't appear to be sapient.
Correct.
Okay. That's when I decide, all right, I know how to handle this. I pull out my censer and a block of incense.
Okay.
And I light the incense, put it in the censer, and start waving it over my head like a bola while just yelling gnomish prayers to the lore bard at them while advancing slowly and menacingly.
Your Uber Eats has arrived.
Give me an intimidation check. Indeed. You begin walking into the room, and you can see that as you've kind of advanced, your bold actions have sort of put the chimera on the back foot. They sort of leer at you as they kind of back away. You're going to do this the whole way?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a second intimidation check as you reach about the halfway point in the room. All right, yeah. And you're about halfway through the room. Chimera kind of moving about, kind of staying at a respectful 60-foot distance from you. And then you reach the far end of the chamber. You can see here that there is a desk kind of built into a small alcove, kind of built. I'm describing that really weirdly. There is a metal kind of a grate set to the wall here, beyond which is a kind of gnome-sized room where you can see a desk and various writing equipment, along with a few vials, and a big journal, which looks like it has been bookmarked with a spare gnome hat.
Okay. Well, that's probably the journal we need.
Yeah, I'll take the journal and start reading it and make sure it's actually.
Were you guys all advancing with him?
No, I stayed back.
Yeah, I'm going with. Looking for the journal. I'm the party's alchemist right now.
I just really wanted to see how this whole incense and censer thing worked out. I'm a little astonished, really.
He's rolling fucking great.
I noticed.
No one wants to fight the crazy gnome swinging the censer about his head while yelling out prayers to the lore bard in Gnomish. No one wants to touch that shit.
Yeah, fucking chimeras are looking at this and be like, looks like Snack, but don't act like Snack.
It's just the 1'7" of the guy from the God's lesson is beautiful meme.
Also doesn't smell like snack.
And as you get over there, give me another intimidation check. All right, yeah. You've made it to the gate. You can see it's locked.
I knock on the gate to signal for the chimera and Thack to open it.
No, I mean the gate to the room the journal's in.
Oh, the gate. Ah, gotcha. Skipped a few steps there.
Indeed.
Couple.
You guys cannot get to the journal at this moment. It's behind a locked door.
Anybody know how to unlock stuff?
I hold up.
Oh,
my
it look like
camera.
some kind of common criminal. Anything
Yes.
but common.
Well, your
Is
disguise
there
is
a-
excellent.
Rude. Is there a like keyhole I can stick thieves' tools in?
Yeah, give me a thieves' tools check.
Uh, bu- 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 19.
Yeah, it's easy enough to do. Managed to pop the lock.
Wonderful. All right, I'll open the door then.
All right, you open the door, creaks open. Apparently, its hinges haven't been oiled in a while. But yeah, you're now inside this tiny gnome office space. This big book with the gnome hat as a bookmark is right there.
Wonderful. Gnomes are fond of pranks. I'm going to cast Detect Magic. Is this book magical, Mr. Gilbert?
This book is not magical.
All right. I'll go over and take the journal then, flip through, make sure it's actually the right journal.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Then all that's left is to go out.
Okay. He grabs the journal, and then I start leading the way back through the chimeras, waving the censer and yelling out prayers to the lore bard in Gnomish.
All right,
As funny as it was to just gamble with both of our safeties, I'm going to give Dern a bardic inspiration on the trip back.
All right, I will need 3 intimidation checks from you.
I'm going to use a bardic on that 13.
2d12, keep higher one. I can give DM inspiration to other people, right?
Fuck it, sure. It's yours to spend.
Are
I'd
you
like
doing
to
it?
give Darn. Yeah. That's better.
15 towards the as we get to the end. So the sensor like starts like conking out like the incense is used up. Like, oh.
It's covering up
Yup.
the smell. Now the gnome tastes like snack. Or smells like snack.
So, here's the fun bit. I will tell you what was happening there. So, because a fair chunk of the party had stayed at the entrance and were effectively guarding it, it lowered the DC on the return approach. Well, more accurately, it lowered the DC when you were on that like last third because you're so close to the party. You just hit it.
Nice.
Other than that, you've been rolling above the DC the whole damn time. Like, nice work, man. As you make it back to the party, and the Chimera begin creeping forward, but haven't seemed yet to work up the courage to try to, eat you. But yeah, you're back with the party. You got the journal.
Now I knock on the adamantine clad door to get it open.
I'll have my Griffin help Thack with the lever, assuming he needs it.
He needs it.
All right. The door pops open. You guys are able to get out.
Nice.
So, you guys have acquired the journal, bypassed the Chimera. Now what?
Well, I believe Anya needs to read it, and then we're heading to the Crucible to fix it.
Yeah, this may take some time. I'm a bit rusty on my Gnomish. Is this journal in Gnomish?
This journal is a fucking atrocity.
So that's
It
yes.
is written in Common, Old, Gnomish, Dwarvish, and Giant.
I don't speak Giant, and you're my cutout between Common and Gnomish. I'm assuming it was Old Erd Koresh.
Yeah, old Urish, which is just like a really dated version of this area. It's like the difference between like some faux Latin and church Latin.
Oh, Low
Or Pig
Gothic.
Latin, I should say. Sure.
Oh, I guess it would be High Gothic.
It's understandable to the common tongue, but like it's using that thesaurus. It's getting the mileage out of the thesaurus.
I don't suppose anyone speaks Giant to translate for me, do you?
Nope. Hey, Eldrin.
Yes. Yeah, what's up?
Do you know comprehend languages?
What
Also,
language
guys,
is it?
Faya knows Giant.
Yep.
I also know Giant.
Wonderful. There is some parts of this in Giant I'm going to need translated. I'll get to organizing the rest into a coherent notes. Can I do this over like a short rest, or is it going to take more than an hour?
Yeah, it should be doable in a short rest. Yeah,
Alright.
give me an intelligence check. Let's see how you do.
I do know comprehend languages though.
Do I get help from Thea and Eldrin helping with translations?
Yes.
Wonderful. Intelligence, half proficiency because it's Bard.
With Fea and Eldrin helping, yeah, you can definitely get it.
Ew. Mm, I'll keep my last DM inspiration and save that for when I'm actually tinkering with a no mission nuclear reactor. What does a 15 get me?
Yeah, so you're able to complete it within the hour. And you now understand that the reactor is composed the crucible is composed of a couple of different parts. One is the alchemical admixture chamber. I'll type it out. Okay, guys, do me a favor. How do you spell furnace?
Furnace.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I did most of the typing for this when I was tired, and so when I went to copy paste it, I realized, oh my fucking god, what is the spelling? Realmworks does not have a spell checker.
It does actually. It's just really shitty.
It had
In the
what?
in the text things where like you set like bold and stuff like that. There's a spell checker I think for that.
Oh, okay. It just doesn't do it normally. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't do it automatically. You have to ask it to spell check.
Huh.
Hey, Realmworks, can you check my homework?
Indeed. These are all the parts for the gnomish, fantastic, retro, alchemic crucible of extraordinary volatility and transmutary encabulator. Those are the 4 primary components of it: the alchemical admixture chamber, the pump of runoff and dangerous waste, the 9 elemental channeling chambers, and the crucible furnace itself.
Is there enough, like, in the notes to identify and, if needed, repair these things?
Yes, the notes do contain instructions on how to uh, fix some of the more uh, common problems, along with solutions for less common ones.
All right. Is there
You think
anything?
that with this you can probably figure it out without years of specialized gnomish engineering.
Is there anything in these notes that imply it would be reactive to magic? Like if I went in with a light cantrip, it won't like explode or anything.
The presence of magic will not cause an explosion, but casting certain spells on it might fuck it up. There is
Alright.
not an exhausting list of things you shouldn't cast on it, but they do mention don't cast things like heat metal or fireball or lightning bolt or meteor swarm or try to fabricate critical components of the device. They advise against assaulting it, basically.
Why would fabricating parts for it be a problem?
No, like don't fabricate the thing itself.
Oh, okay. Um,
Don't think you can patch a crack in it by just fabricating it.
and then Zach also mentioned that there's some kind of danger just by the presence of this. Does it mention if that takes place over like several minutes or several hours?
Normally, yes, the risk is measured in hours. Currently, though, given what's been happening, and what fact will tell you, it's measured in seconds.
All
Very,
right.
very specifically, the elemental channeling chambers and I'll just type this shit up. That way, there's a nice visual here, given all the stuff. One moment. Damn it.
If it makes it simpler, will regenerate counteract the danger to a appreciable extent?
You're uncertain.
Okay. Um,
Most of what's in here regards treatment of it rather than preventatives.
what would treatment be? Just like regular magical healing? Presence of a paladin?
They do, yes, there is a fair amount of use of lesser restoration, various healing potions, elixirs of health, that sort of thing.
Alright. What does an elixir of health do? I might need to grab one of those.
We have 2 of them.
We have more than 2 of them.
All right, we have more of them.
Cures any disease afflicting you. Removes blind, deaf, paralyzed, poison condition. Alright. So it sounds like this causes a disease on top of any damage. I'm gonna take one just in case.
Okay. I hand you one of the 4 I have in my pack.
Anything else of note that got translated, or is that pretty much everything relevant?
1 second as I transcribe. How do you bold in Discord?
2 asterisks before and after whatever you're trying to bold. One is italics, 2 is bold, 3 is bold and italics.
There you go.
All right. Is there anything in the lab that will protect me from the fumes, or am I just gonna have to make do with my scarf?
The alchemical fumes and liquids is because it's a mixing room. Okay, so they don't actually provide equipment outside of like don't fuck up though.
All right, scarf it is. Uh, Anyone else have anything we might need, or?
I'm mean, if it helps, right before you go in, I can cast protection from poison on you.
That probably will help, actually. How long does that last? An hour?
An hour, no concentration.
Ooh.
Resistance to poison damage and advantage on saves against being poisoned.
Ooh, very nice.
If you have proficiency, I can with a tool I can double it.
For how long?
Um, Basically, I give you my fire rune, and while you hold it, you just always double your proficiency bonus when making an ability check with the tool.
Ooh. Ooh. That sounds like it's going
And
to be very helpful.
if you think you'll be making Arcana checks, you can borrow the Storm Rune too for advantage on those.
That is very helpful. All right, so expertise with tools. Advantage on, is it just Arcana or all intelligence checks?
It's just Arcana,
Advantage on Arcana, and then protection from
but
poison for resistance and advantage on saves.
as a bonus action, you can invoke the Storm Rune to enter a prophetic state for 1 minute, and you can use a reaction to cause any roll to gain advantage or disadvantage. Well, not any roll, attacks, saves, and checks of yourself or others within 60 feet.
How many times can I use that? Just once?
So you use it once, and then for a minute, you can use every reaction you get to on a roll.
All right, so it's one use that lasts for a minute. All right.
So it's like 10 rolls that can get advantage, right?
Assuming they're
6 seconds.
backgrounds,
And
but I repairs on large scale things usually take several minutes to hours depending on what it is, but every bit
yeah,
helps. All right. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. Question mark. So I'll Zach, which way to the doohickey, cauldron, furnace, crucible? One of the things. Crucible.
oh, and you already got the advantage on saves versus poison and resistance to poison, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thak is gonna. You guys are getting ready. Be careful though. Many of the golems have malfunctioned. Be careful if you see them. They will not always be helpful.
Take a crack at the golems after this. I do have some notes about them. There's just a lot of problems here recently, isn't there? Ooh. Are there going to be golems in the crucible? We'll deal with that when we get there, actually. All right, which way to the crucible, Thak?
Past the golem chamber, through the great doors.
All right, off we go then.
Yeah, you guys head back the way you came, reaching that laboratory with the dead rat men and flumps and dead golems. make your way down the corridor past the golem production rooms and through the doors there. Just push them open.
Before we go into the, I'm assuming this is a crucible room. I'm gonna cast regenerate on myself, and then get the runes and protection from poison before I go in.
Wait, how long does your stuff last?
1 hour.
All right. Thack will tell you that like the room beyond is not the actual chamber.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
When we get there, that's going to be the plan then.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, so you guys head through these doors, and it takes you in to a short 20-foot corridor that branches off into a T-junction. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm a little bit tired. My brain is like half shutting down on me as I'm reading my own descriptions. All right, so you reach this T.
You gotta stop casting sleep on yourself. You don't have enough hit points to ignore it.
Indeed. Yeah. You reach this this corridor, which reaches this basically T-shaped section of balcony where off to your left a staircase descends downward, spiraling down into this great shaft. While another flight of stairs on your right heads up a short distance, looks like a total of about 80 feet of stairs, as it kind of curves around and heads up. There is a plinth here with a sign. The top part of it reads primary laboratory, an arrow pointing to your right, crucible pointing to the left. You can see that the ceiling above you is it looks like some rapid modifications were done to it, and you can see a set of metal pipes and cables that have been kind of smashed through the ceiling here and are also running down the staircase. It kind of dangles down the middle of this chamber, almost like the roots of a plant, kind of stretching down into the bottom of the shaft. And do you guys have dark? Actually, no. Dark vision wouldn't let you see this.
I do have.
Do you guys have
the
any light sources with you?
I have the light cantrip. I'm gonna cast on just my knife before I go into the crucible.
I have my still trusty jar of algae.
All right. So what's the range on that light?
Which?
Did you say something?
I asked which.
Either or, whichever one's your longest.
So the algae is 10 by 10.
Okay. Okay, so that means the longest one available is the light cantrip that Anya has. So you guys can see that it looks like one of these thicker tubes, kind of strung along with the rest of the metal piping, is a transparent tube of some sort that is currently running with a red liquid.
Can I check what that liquid is in the notes, or was that not covered?
Yeah, let's see. You flip through the notes. There is no inclusion of this structure in the notes.
All right. That means step one is raid the lab, see if there's more notes. I'm gonna head up to the lab then.
All right. You head up to the lab. You can see at the top is a metal door set into its stone frame, and you can see on it is a carving of the symbol spell, which has since been cracked and rendered defunct. A set of pipes, along with this tube, are running through the door, kind of through the space where it's being held ajar by these tubes.
And you said that was the symbol spell that was cracked and defunct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, the spell symbol.
Uh, hmm. 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 Can't imagine why that would make anything run. So I don't think that's an issue. Um, all right. I'm just going to check this room for any notes, journals, log entries, anything that would explain any modifications. Maintenance records on the off chance those exist.
All right. All right, so you're stepping into the primary lab?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Just a question. Is everybody here present?
I am here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. Excellent. So, you step into the chamber. Inside of here, you can see the walls and floor are lined with various pipes and tubes, all bolted into place. The stonework here is smooth, almost unremarkable beyond its maintained and polished state, made of marble. A throne, along with a desk, are set up towards the center of the room. You can see all these pipes kind of connecting to it. Off to your right, half of this great laboratory is occupied by shelves and alembics and other kinds of trade and crafting equipment, along with a forge. To the left of the room, you can see to all these pipes and tubes along with the throne is a great golden sarcophagus depicting upon it the stern visage of the god king Akhed-Ur. The throne itself is empty. And the pipes all kind of reach up into the ceiling as well. Do me a favor, because who here has dark vision?
I do.
Same.
I do.
I have
Alright.
a light source.
True. You can see that there is a large kind of orangey shape kind of attached and held up in the ceiling. You can see a great beast of some sort connected to these tubes and suspended by a variety of armatures. Let me get you a picture of it. It looks like this.
I'm going to assume it looks like it's there intentionally and it's not moving.
You can see its diaphragm moving at a rather slow pace.
Oh. And is the existence of this creature in particular fairly well known?
Yes. You have heard of a Tarask.
Hmm. Fucking gnome.
You know, give me an Arcana check really quick. Frankly, I'll take insight, investigation, really any of your int-based checks.
I'm going to go with Arcana because I have expertise in that. 23.
So,
And if you have the rune advantage.
absolutely nothing in the design of any of the equipment or architecture in this room is gnomish in appearance.
Can I
There's a very
tell?
oh,
Can I tell like, what culture made this? Does it look local?
it does have the local stylings, but extremely minimized to the point of being almost entirely practical.
So this was likely made, if it's using the Tarask as a fucking power source, by either Loam or Aketer himself. And then gnomes were just used to operate it rather
You,
than build it.
this is the primary laboratory, not the crucible room. You can see that there is that tube of red liquid attached to the Tarask and extending down into the lower floor.
Yeah, they're using the Tarask as a battery. All right. I'm going to very slowly, to hopefully not wake up the walking apocalypse, go through the lab and try and find any notes or maintenance logs that might be here.
All right. So, you're going through Loam's laboratory. I do think we are going to call things here, given that it is 10:30.
Okay.
And there are some moving parts.